Hey there, members of the graveyard, and welcome back to a late night recording. So I might have to be a little quieter than I normally am, a little lower energy. That's okay, we're playing some Outer Worlds to be a little chill session. So, little update. We've put a 20 damage resistance, 20% damage resistance, while gadget energy is less than 50%, because we are less than 50% quite often. You're using our energy basically as it regenerates. We have our increased damage while crashing helmet. We put a sight on the shotgun that we got last episode, and put another sight on the shock rapid gun. I forget what the base weapon is called. I think they're called machine gun. They're just called machine gun, okay? Yeah, and we don't have a grip for this. I looked through most of the shops that we have access to. Couldn't find a grip or even a schematic for a grip. And then I'm not even sure what an add-on is. I think we can put a magazine on this thing to change its elemental type from shock to something else, but I want to keep it as shock
You've returned,
because we're doctors.
Where are the others? Hold a moment. What's that in the sky? A protectorate transport? What in the blazes was that?
Oh, that little explosion? That was all Niles' handiwork.
What of my team? That wasn't the vessel sent for them, was it? Tell me they were not on board.
Your team was dead before we arrived, and Audra sacrificed herself to blow up that ship.
And you didn't think to dissuade her? Damn it, Niles.
I couldn't.
Our cause isn't served by more corpses.
After an explosion like that, you'd be lucky to find teeth, let alone an intact body.
Do you think I don't know that? Was she at least able to give you the cipher before the end?
Yes, the cipher is 02519W.
I wish the success of this venture had not come at such a terrible cost.
Me
But
too.
at least it was not for nothing. Perhaps I was mistaken about your commitment to making amends, Niles. Thank you for being true.
Can't fault you for having doubts. But I have changed. I am changing.
One arm at a
I hope you'll both
time.
Forgive me my earlier disposition. I'm not normally so surly.
Should have seen the customers I used to deal with. Had some real spitters.
Customers? Oh, you mean patrons. And they spit? How unhygienic. I haven't much to reward you with, but take this. It's something I had started on for Niles long ago. Hopefully it fits. This information came at a steep price, but I'll put it to good use. Expect to hear from me should our cause require further assistance from the Earth Directorate's best.
Absolutely. Don't expect. Actually, no. Good luck, Zebulon. We'll be ready when you need us. Companion mod kits. You have acquired a companion mod kit. At a workbench, you can use this to apply upgrade mods to your companion's weapon and armor. These mods increase the damage and armor values of their equipment respectively, as well as granting additional bonuses. Wow, each companion has a basic and advanced kit that must be found, with the latter granting access to more powerful mods. Well, Niles. Ooh, level 10. Joyous day. It's a joyous day indeed. Let's get our engineering up to snuff. That is damage resistance. Don't worry, Melee. Haven't forgotten about you. Just don't really need it right now, as, I mean, we've been handling the damage front just fine. So, there was something we were actually considering. Oh, +1 armor value to your equipped armor for every 25 bits crafted. Whenever you craft items, your armor gains a temporary bonus to its armor value. Okay. Additional weapon slots. I do believe we are just going to take the electrotherapist and be done with it. Recharge, dropping to 10% or less. This could actually be quite good. Haven't unlocked like new tiers of perks yet. This is engineering 5. Oh. Your modded weapons now deal bonus damage increasing with your engineering skill. I think we should take this. All of our shit is modded. 2.5 per engineer, so that's another 10. This is just 20% damage increase. All right, let's take it.
Got time for a debrief,
Very
Commander?
good. Yes, I do, Niles. What ails
It's
you?
good, don't it? Helping folks like Zeb and Audra hit back against the Protectorate. Almost like being back with the Earth Directorate.
Someone's in a good mood.
Yeah. Guess I am. First time in a long time I felt something kin to hope. It's easy to focus on all that's going wrong, but wins ought to be celebrated too.
Last time I celebrated on the job, I ended up making balloon animals until my hands bled.
Wait, hold on. You can make balloon animals?
Absolutely. I'm a doctor. Can't everyone? You've got that glint in your eye. You want one, don't you?
Who, me? No. Definitely not. Definitely. No offense, Commander.
How long until we hear from Zebulon again, do you
I
think?
bank on sooner rather than later. Stolen intelligence spoils quickly. He'll probably want to act on whatever it is his friends gathered from the Vox. Thanks again for going out of your way to help Zeb. Now I can focus on hunting down the Vrees without feeling like I've got a rabid sprat in my back pocket.
Amazing. Well, I need to figure out what we do next.
Ah, there you are.
What the?
I was expecting you 4 minutes and 27 seconds ago, but never mind that. I have a missive for you.
We came back to our ship and this guy
Priority.
jumped at me.
Recipient's eyes only.
A missive from who? About what?
All I can tell you is that it is from Arcadia's most judicious custodians, the Order of the Ascendant. I am not privy to any information beyond that. Oh, they did also say it was important. I was tasked 6 months ago to deliver it to whomever ship was at this landing pad at this exact time. Well, 4 minutes ago, like I said. All other questions may be answered by viewing the missive, I expect. Farewell, and as they say, may all your endeavors come to fruition.
Thank you.
Time to watch whatever it was the messenger had for us.
All right, let's put it on the screen.
Greetings, Agent of the Earth Directorate.
You look
I
cool.
am Ruth Bassar, presiding Bishop of the Order of the Ascendant. At this time, I can only presume you think us your enemy, directly responsible for your colleague Augustine de Vries' actions way back on Horizon Point. I assure you, we were not. A splinter group was behind that heresy. The collective of scientists and scholars I lead are committed to elevating humanity by pursuing a greater understanding of reality. I believe our goals
Sure.
are not incompatible. We both oppose the Protectorate, and we both wish to preserve Arcadia from ruin. We can help each other. I entreat you to speak with Abbot Newell. He can be found in Golden Ridge at Matriarch's mercy. He will aid you in your mission, and hopefully, you will see fit to aid us in ours. Nav key coordinates to the Golden Ridge landing pad on Dorado are embedded in this message. Go forth as was determined, and may the plan guide you.
Reckon we've got our work cut out for us? Let's head to Golden Ridge.
All right, Niles, but first I have to upgrade you. Plasma damage, slightly increased damage. Let's make it do shock. We're Team Zap. Go. Armor. Immunity to shock. Corrosive. Immunity to shock. Let's do it. Did that like change? Interesting. What about his gun? Oh, it changes the gun. Cool. Then there's also Valerie. Stacks of burn, frost. Okay. We could do burn, why not? Immunity to corrosive. No, we need immunity to shock because you're a robot. Oh, look at your fresh coat of paint.
Got Inez moved into Helen's old quarters. I figure, if anyone's unlikely to be vexed by finding fossilized purpleberry crunch in their mattress, It's an Auntie's Choice trooper. You think Helen would approve of us taking on a product pusher?
Let's give Inez a chance before passing judgment. She might surprise us.
Heard and acknowledged, Commander.
I'd like to know more about this merger between Auntie Cleo's and Spacer's Choice.
It was less merger and more hostile takeover. I don't have all the details, but it sounds like Spacer's Choice tried to outmaneuver Auntie Cleo through quasi-legal means and got a hell of a lot more than they bargained for. And now her new brand's been turned into an invasion force bent on conquering the entire system. Funny how life works out.
Have any opinions on our crew?
Always up for a little backfence talk, though I'm guessing you don't mean Val.
I'm interested to hear what you think of Inez.
Can't say I know her well enough to have much in the way of an opinion. She seems capable, and shockingly, she hasn't tried to sell me anything yet. She's still got more loyalty to Auntie's Choice than they have to her, but maybe we can help her see that one day.
Good man.
Sure thing. I trust you. Oh yeah?
Personal
How's it doing
questions. We never really got the chance to get to know one another. I'd like to change that.
you? Fair point. Guess Horizon Point didn't exactly foster a lasting fellowship, did it?
No, not at all. Only if you count the synthesis of atoms resulting from thermal vaporization.
Whoa. Too soon, Commander. All jesting aside, what's there to tell? Spent the first year getting back up on my feet, literally. Been mostly laying low since then, maintaining my cover. Before the invasion, at least, the Earth Directorate still needed someone to watch the colony, and I had 2 working lamps.
So it's just been you and the Valerie unit the whole time?
Not always. Went a couple of stretches there on low power to avoid detection from Protectorate patrols. I usually shut her down for a few cycles then. The way you're gawping at me right now makes me think I answered that question wrong.
I'm not gawping. You were alone a long time, Niles. I just want to make sure you're okay.
I appreciate the concern. Won't lie, had some hard years. Got caught up in a few lost causes, the particulars of which I'd rather not go into now, if it's all the same.
Has anything good happened since Horizon Point?
I found you. Oh, and Val's been stalling less since I patched her acclimator. Ship doesn't smell anymore. That's about it.
Wait, what did the ship smell like before?
Spratwurst.
Were you cooking Spratwurst?
Be pretty horrifying if I wasn't. I was trying to teach myself some new skills in the galley. Val got it into her hardware. I needed a hobby. I figured Spratwurst ain't an easy meal to mess up.
And what did you discover?
Well, I learned about 20 ways how not to fix a worst.
Do you ever regret becoming an Earth Directorate agent?
I could ask you the same thing.
Only about 5 times a day. I still don't know how I got into this mess.
Sometimes I wonder what would have happened if I'd gone back to my old life instead of becoming an agent. Stayed on Triangulum, become an engineer or something near to it. I knew joining up with the Earth Directorate wasn't going to be a life of low turbulence, but at least it'd have dignity and purpose to it.
And excitement. Don't forget that.
Could have maybe done with a smidge less excitement back on Horizon Point. But back to your initial question. Do I regret becoming an agent? Yeah, some days. But then there's days like the one when I found you, and well, not much to regret there. Only thing I know for sure.
Finding a
is my
doctor is
opinion
pretty
today
cool.
is colored by more than just the rosy tint of a low-run kid looking up at the stars. Life's not fair, but it keeps on.
That it does, Niles. I bet that kid would be awfully proud of the man you've become.
You buttering me up for a favor? I'll tell you right now, I'm not taking extra shifts cleaning the head.
Damn it. That's why I'm here. Please. You think I don't know my way around a toilet?
I have so many questions I want to ask right now, but I think I'd regret getting the answers. Oh, and thanks for what you said. Maybe I'm not as far away from where I started as I thought.
There's something else I wanted to talk about. You didn't grow up in Arcadia, obviously. What was life like where you're from?
Like most colonies. Good people being ground down from above. A lot of fancy talk from suits about streamlining and quarterly earnings while them on the line barely scrape by. Triangulum's known for churning out freighters, and shipbuilding ain't exactly known for being clean, safe work neither.
Can't imagine.
Especially when corners get cut. Can't remember a time I didn't end the day all banged up, filthy, and smelling like I just crawled out of an exhaust port.
I know what that's like. Spent a fair amount of time around ships myself.
You never forget your first time manually flushing a propulsion tank, do you? Funny thing was, I wasn't even an engineer back then. But I wanted to learn, so I paid attention. Too good of attention, as it turned out.
The plot thickens!
I was working late one evening and overheard something I shouldn't have. Some bigwigs exchanging inside information that would have cost the corporation a pretty bit. A day later, I was being accused of corporate espionage.
Yes.
Didn't want to bring any heat down on anyone else, so I went on the run before the first jackboot showed up at my door.
How'd you go from fugitive to Earth Directorate agent?
I was on the run for, I don't even know how long. The days sort of bled into one another. I started losing hope of things ever changing for the better. Then, the Earth Directorate showed up. They liberated Triangulum, pulling me and the rest of the colony out from under the corporate boot.
Wow.
Joining up after that just made sense.
Tell me how you first met DeVries.
She was one of the forward agents who went ahead to assess just how bad Triangulum had gotten. We met while I was in hiding, and I helped her learn the lay of the land, as it were. She was no nonsense. I thought her one of the smartest people I'd ever met. And while she could also be cutting, I felt like I only caught her edge when I deserved it. I liked her. And for some reason, she seemed to take a shine to me. But she wasn't around long. By the time I officially joined up, she'd already moved on to the next mission.
Is it the last time you saw her before Horizon Point?
Sure was. Kept hoping I might
Like a
run into
firecracker. In and out.
But now I know she was busy turning her coat here in Arcadia.
I'd love to hear more about your family.
My folks shuffled off the motor coil when I was little.
Oh,
Assembly line accident. Got passed between some distant relations for a few years. They tried their best. Weren't cruel or nothing, but life on Triangulum was
yeah.
tough. And they had their own families to worry about, you know? I didn't like feeling like I was adding to their burden, so I struck out on my own just as soon as I could. And well, you know how that turned out.
Yeah. You ever miss them?
Yeah. Thoughts crossed my mind over the years, especially when it was just me and Val. I wish I spent more time with her when I had the chance. No point missing something you're never getting back, though.
Yeah. We won't be stuck in Arcadia forever. Maybe you can go visit them one day.
That's either hope or foolishness, Commander, and I can't tell which. Even if we survive the rift, 10 years is a long time to be gone. No word. They probably figure I'm dead.
It's never too late for family, man.
Void it all. Now you got me thinking about it. How about this? We ever make it out of this system, I'll take you back to Triangulum, make the introductions myself. Deal?
Hell yeah. And make sure you tell them I'm a doctor.
Oh yeah. They're gonna get a real charge out of you.
Right. Well, thanks for the chat. We'll talk more later, Niles. Hello, Niles.
My system still ain't gotten the memo we're clear of the relay. I'm itching to keep running. We're damn lucky we got out in time, Commander. Real glad you found a way to mitigate the destruction. Without the relay looming over all, maybe the island can finally recover. Lon knows it's seen enough as it is.
No. A lot has happened lately. I'm sure you have some thoughts.
Sounds like your old pal DeVries was in deep with the Order. Now, I don't know a whole lot about them, but I don't reckon fanatical is part of their employee code of conduct. And as you've seen, that kind of loyalty can pose a real problem to everyone else. But we'll track her down before it comes to a head. Don't you worry.
Talk about something
Fine
else.
by me.
Could we discuss some personal matters?
How personal are we talking?
What was it like in the Enhanced Soldier Division?
Couldn't say. I was in it all of 2 days before my graft started festering. Before that, I was an infantry medic. Our platoon was one of the first to touch down in Arcadia. I would have continued serving on the front line in an upgraded capacity, but, well, once the state of my graft became apparent, it was decided that parting ways would be best.
Decided by who?
My commanding officer, and the surgeon who performed the operation, I imagine. I wasn't lucid at the time. When I regained consciousness, I saw that my service pistol was gone, and a termination notice was in its place. I put two and two together. Law, that was a bad morning. Look, I knew dismissal was a possibility when I volunteered for the procedure. A successful graft is a boon, a failed one is a colossal liability.
True.
I'm a walking lesson in breakage.
So, where's your company now?
Oh, that information is outside my purview. I miss my platoon. Most of the time. I hope they're holding on okay wherever they are.
It could all be dead.
If nothing else, they'll have Ortiz to keep up morale. I know the nonstop jokes from that bastard sustained me for weeks. Yeah, he's tough. He'll be all right. Of course I do. Can't help but wonder if I'm missed in return. Anyhow, I would rather return to the matter at hand. No use dwelling on those out of sight and out of mind.
Yeah. Had something else I wanted to talk
Right.
about. Been thinking about your graft. What if Doc Tinsley's expertise isn't enough? Did you like working under Auntie's choice?
Like ain't the word I'd use, even before I was itching to tear up my contract and set it aflame. Auntie gave me autonomy, gave me the choice to do more than just struggle to survive. They treated me better
important.
than my last employers did, and despite recent events, I believe in their mission. We can give folk here in Arcadia a better life.
I agree. Arcadians have been oppressed for far too long.
They have. And could be they can't even fathom another way of living. Freedom can be frightening at first. But they'll see. Same as me and mine did when Auntie came to Taucetti. I'm just one of many who welcomed the chance to enlist with open arms.
Once everyone is liberated, I bet the same will happen here.
It ain't like we want folk to owe us for saving them. But with freedom comes new purpose. If enlisting helps these folk find themselves, then I'll be pleased to see more recruits. Now, do I got qualms with Auntie? Sure. But I'll tell you what, when she overthrew those Spacer's Choice bastards in Taucetti, my home system, that takeover was the best thing that ever happened to us, even if it took time to see it. But
The
I
devil
reckon
you
that's a tale
know.
for another day. That all you wanted to discuss, or
I had something
Fine by
else.
me?
Wanted to know more about your old unit and your friend Ortiz.
Like I said, we were both in the same unit. Me as a combat medic, him as a machine gunner. Everyone in my unit was from Taucetti, so we already had that in common. And we served on the front lines, which made us look out for one another that much more. See, most of us were laborers, and we just got our first real shot at something greater. We wanted to make a name for ourselves, and what better way to do that than become a hero? Our onboarders promised that if
A
we
war
demonstrated
hero.
exceptionalism, showed initiative, that we'd get promoted quick. And our days of living in squalor would be far behind us.
You don't think it's odd that Auntie's Choice put their newest employees on the front line?
It ain't like they forced us to join up. We did that on our own. And it said in our contract that they could send us wherever we were needed. Can't complain if where we're needed is in a trench staring down the barrels of a minigun.
Let's just agree to
All
disagree.
right.
How'd you and Ortiz
We
first
spent
meet?
a week crouched in the same foxhole under aerial bombardment. Shared water one sip at a time by the end of it. Anyone would have been friends after that. I don't know if I would have made it out alive without him. Maybe I'll tell him that over a beer one day.
How
Present in
romantic.
front of the whole saloon. Law knows he's got a thing for heroics.
I'm glad you two survived. How did the rest of your unit fare?
Better than I'd feared. Only had to bury 2 troopers and amputate 5 limbs. I'm thankful every day that the Protectorate can't aim for shit.
You and Ortiz, you know.
Commander, has your gray matter reverted to that of a prepubescent? No, we ain't, you know. We're friends. Nothing romantic-like. But maybe could have been, under other circumstances. But I'd say those circumstances have well and truly flown.
You made it sound like Ortiz saved you, huh?
He kept me clear-headed. Every so often there'd be a lull in the bombardments and I'd hear voices all across the field, calling out for aid, for mama, for death. Almost got my head clean taken off when I tried to scramble out of the foxhole the first night. I heard a call for help and moved on instinct. Damn foolish of me, really.
Jesus.
Ortiz told me not to panic, to wait till he could provide cover. to just shout first aid instructions where I could. It was too valuable to fall in battle, he said. It was a rough few nights at first, knowing I couldn't help folk who needed it. And the reward for that torment was my life.
Well, I'm glad he looked out for you. I can't imagine you not being in my crew.
I appreciate that, Commander. In any case, I'm only standing here because of a damn fine soldier who became my friend. I'll carry that knowledge always.
Had something else.
Fine by me.
Been thinking about your graph. What if Doc Tinsley took a peek at your stitches? You some kind of naturalist? Or sketches? You mentioned you were from Tau Ceti. What was it like there?
Not great. It was a mining colony under Spacer's Choice. Didn't have much, but my parents worked hard to ensure we had shelter and a warm meal every day. They're good folk. I love them. But I don't think they ever quite grasped how bad things were before Auntie's Choice came. They warned me not to join up, you know. Said we'd all get burned if we put too much stock in the promises of this foreign corporation. But I'd rather take a risk on them than be resigned to how things were.
Just how bad was life under Spacer's Choice?
Our colony was isolated, which meant our Spacer's Choice overlords could do as they saw fit. Everyone lived in squalor, save for a select few. We were little more than workhorses. Those of us at the bottom...
We are not horses.
Found joy with our families, our friends. But love alone can't get you through the toughest, darkest winters.
Must have been difficult, leaving everything behind to come here.
I miss the sunsets, and my folks, though I know they're well taken care of nowadays. But that's about it. Most of my friends joined up when I did, so we took our community with us. Leaving my hometown itself, it was an eager farewell. Though there is one person I keep thinking of. The grandpa who lived next door, Vincent. He used to draw posters and ads for Spacer's Choice. He had
Man, that
style.
grandpa could
Of course,
draw.
that didn't last. Age caught up and his hands started failing him.
Oh.
Couldn't draw, couldn't lift heavy objects, could hardly walk without exerting himself. And in Tau Ceti, if you couldn't work, you didn't get ration cards. We shared what we could with him, of course, but what we got already wasn't much.
That's horrible.
We didn't know that at the time. It's just how life was. Last day I saw him, he refused the half-salt tuna can I tried to give him. Said it was him lending me his strength. He was gone the next day. We searched all over, then realized he must have wandered off into the wilderness, not wanting to be a burden. We never found him.
Damn.
Can't hardly open a tin without thinking about him now. So if you're wondering why I still hold a candle for Auntie's Choice, after everything, it's because I know had Auntie arrived just 4 months earlier, Vincent might still be alive.
I'm real sorry to hear that, Inez.
It's been years now since I talked about it. He was a good man. He deserved better. So did the rest of us. Anyhow, ain't meaning to talk your ear off.
Had something else I wanted to talk about. Nah, never mind. We'll save some for later. Time to go to the Golden Ridge. Dorado, here we come. I checked out that black marketplace. There's a lot of shit in there. I did not have enough money for a lot of the stuff there.
Careful now. You sure haven't lost any of your boundless energy.
Every time I jump from the top railing, instead of taking the stairs, he freaks out. Let's bench Niles and use Valerie for a little bit. I like Inez, I like my double healer setup. Lord knows, Law knows I need it. Cool, new loading screen. Really cool ship design. Huh. A little rough on the landing. Okay, I'll just jump off right here and we'll be fine. No?
That must be Matriarch's mercy. Sure think a lot of their
I'll
royal
just jump
family,
off right
don't
here.
they?
Golden Ridge. I see why they call it that. But the first question of business is how the hell do I get down? Smoke grenade. Could probably make that jump. I don't want to find out. Let's hit the F5, even though we just landed. Now to find a way down without immediately dying. I'm gonna follow this yellow cord. It's like the yellow paint. Oh.
Damn, what was that? There ain't been active fighting here in I don't even know how long.
Lord almighty.
If one of them got hit, then that strike will be the first of many.
Jeez, what if I just sprint down there? Like as fast as possible. Think the cloud would still be there? Well, really making me work for it. However, I'm gonna get down there.
Is commendable, passenger. Please continue waiting quietly until the next tram arrives.
Okay.
Attention, passenger. You are running 41,027
Please mind the gaps.
hours late.
All of them.
Please be mindful of your safety in the future.
21,000 hours late for my tram. I guess my bad? I'll try to be on time. Pick. Got us a terminal. Station reports, current schedule, incident reports. Staff shamed, staff admonished. Conductor reprimanded and recommended for mental refreshment. Oh, not again. Citizen found eating food in non-designated area. Admonishment administered. Recurring incident will result in increasing admonishment with eventual mental refreshment if issue is not resolved. Citizen fell asleep in common area and loudly snored, disturbing the peace in a public area. Severe admonishment. Recurring offenses will be reviewed by an arbiter. Do not fall asleep in public and then proceed to snore loudly. Is this thing on? Turn it off. Why do you want me to come out here? Scared too. Yep. That was an invisible wall. Indeed. Back to square one. I tried to hop on top of that train and the game said, "No, will not be doing that." This place looks super freaking cool though. How big is it? Not too crazy. It's a little more condensed. Hopefully not as much. There's a lot of like intraversable mountain that was like in the middle of actual map. Hopefully, I mean, never mind. From the looks of it, that will be a thing. Another rift. I wonder when we can do something about these. Like they get marked on the minimap and everything, so surely we'll be able to go around closing them. A little return to places you've already been mechanic. Everyone loves that in an RPG. You now have the ability to do X, Y, and Z. Did I just screw myself? Landing on the side? Oh, we can get back up over here. Everything keeps sending me back to where I've already been. Don't like it. In fact, doctors hate that, and I would know, because I'm a doctor. Taking the elevator down? All my companions teleport to it, please. Whoa. Not sure this is how it works, but interesting physics. Provisions. Long rounds. Small plasma charge. Sure. This, a frost grenade. Heavy rounds. Large plasma charge. Okay. I'm pretty sure I'm good on ammo. Large plasma charge. Okay, so we're gonna be probably seeing some new guns here, which would be cool.
Observed. Helpful tip.
I like that we have engineering 8. Oh god, we gotta get that engineering up. I'm glad that we have a perk that makes our damage scale with engineering instead of taking guns. Because while I'm a little melee focused, I do like some gunplay. It would be nice if we don't just have to swing our weapon for the rest of the game, so it's cool. Actually very cool, and I'm grateful for it. Let us go ahead. What? Please don't tell me you're an enemy.
Somebody help us! Anybody, please!
Okay. Hello.
Finally, some help. We desperately need aid. Desperately.
Huh? We?
My family and I, we was making our way to the,
He's tricking
mercy
me.
camp
This
for
is a
us
trick.
refugees. We were set upon. My wife, my son were injured. Can't move them by myself. I had to leave them just past this tunnel so as I could go for help. But being alone is even more riskier. The Varachnids, I chased them off, but they'll be back. Please help us. Ain't nothing I can do for them, but you got weapon and medicines and can get us to the camp. Please.
Am I being tricked? How badly are they hurt?
Very, by my guess. She was bit on the thigh, high, like can see bone. Or maybe white means infected. She's screaming all the time when she's awake. Then
Never mind. This guy
then
might just
she
be being
goes to
honest.
sleep. She's in agony. And my son ain't waked since the attack. Hurry, please. We must hurry, or they'll be eaten. Or worse.
Very well. Lead the way.
Thank you.
This is a trick. No one betrays the doctor. Let's just leave it at that, shall we? Watching you. Better not turn red. I told you. No one betrays the doctor.
On the way. Someone call for a medic. To the rescue. Sight unseen.
I zapped myself. Oh wow, we actually do quite a bit of damage. Hey, Inez.
Back in business.
Well, that's what you get. At least we knew. The way he was talking. The cut of his jib. You will be looted. Into the doctor fund with you. Plan is good. We kill a lot of dumb people and take their stuff. It's hard sometimes to still talk smart. Taking adrenatime makes talking good easy, but after adrenatime makes it even more harder. So need more adrenatime. We just gotta move. Find new people to steal from. Order guys, aunties guys, and angry order guys are all hard to fight. New people's is easy. Just need find new place to catch them when order guys not around. Yeah, this new good plan. We scrappers can do this. Just gots to keep talking smart and keep dumb talking scrappers in back for ambush. Burst assault rifle. Well, I don't think it went the way that they planned it to go. Kind of just ran them down. Reload my guns. Because I can't let them run out of ammo or I do no damage.
Exponential
That's a flaw.
increase in local population detected and max occupancy exceeded. Non-essential persons should vacate for safety purposes.
Thank you,
Another
Valerie.
refugee? All right, just a moment. Allowing anyone into Matriarch's mercy unprocessed will upset the precarious ratio of refugees to aid. We should have an opportunity for placement in approximately 7.85 days, presuming no unforeseen alterations.
Right. I'm here on business for the presiding bishop.
That a fact? Well, I was going to give you a friendly warning, but since you don't have the time, I'll leave you to wonder. So be it. Welcome to Matriarch's mercy.
Thank you.
Do you believe Arcadia shall
crazy little town we got here.
Please
put our gun away.
This unit lacks pharmaceutic resources to provide medical care meeting Earth Directorate standards to populations exceeding 7.5 persons.
Valerie can only heal 7.5 people, so you people need to have it under control. Wanted, Jan Dunsany?
By calculating the position of every atom in the universe, we can control reality.
By the law. It's you.
It's me.
Oh,
a
thank the
doctor.
architect you're finally here. I've scarcely breathed while hoping you'd come. I am in desperate need of your help.
What? Trade now, talk later. Well, I'm in desperate need of medical attention. You want my help? You don't even know me.
True, but the Order's predictions know you better than you know yourself.
No, they don't. Right, I've heard it all before. But what does that have to do with me?
Recently, I had a rare opportunity to ask the Seer for guidance. He told me that a dashing outsider would answer my prayers.
It's me.
The prediction was a fluke, but here you are. A dashing outsider standing before me.
What is it you need so badly?
Where to begin? There are so many sick and wounded in Matriarch's Mercy, and I have but 2 imperfect hands. I am but a humble general practitioner. What I really need are specialists, and the Seer predicted an outsider would find them.
What about me? I fancy myself something of a medical professional. A doctor.
You also strike me as someone on the go. I need committed medical employees, not a freelancer. The Seer gave me a datapad with explicit instructions that I not read it, for my intervention could only throw probability into disarray. Now, take the datapad, with my thanks.
All right, before I get to that, I had another thing. Just kidding. I will be sure to read it when I have time. Read the Seer's prediction. Would love to. Whoa, plasma beams. Look at all these mods. I don't even know what I would buy. I'm sure when we get an increased array of weapons from the loot that is out there in the world, we'll have a better idea of what to buy from that.
1,068.5 pardons, but my attention is presently 99.81% occupied, coordinating provisions and supplies for the displaced.
Well, show me what you have for sale.
Any time for
No time for idle chatter. Patient step. Magazine size, base health. Dragoon armor, medium. Plasma caster. Wing damage is automatically converted into energy. Let's see. Plasma cutter, focus grip, bunch of nondescript helmet, plus 80% recharge rate. I need a recharge rate helmet, bad, but a good one. I don't want to use just normal whites.
You're right. The universe does not orient itself toward fairness. But it's my firm belief
Oh,
humanity can be
it's
better.
Joseph
All
Newell.
evidence to the contrary. Ah, you must be the, Earth Directorate agent I was told to expect. Your punctuality is commendable.
Thank you.
Allow me to welcome you to Golden Reach. I'm afraid I've no refreshments available, but can I interest you in a customary debate over decidability?
Does a manta queen kill its mate and feed the corpse to its hatchlings? Yes, please.
If I may interject, High Scholar, don't you agree our time would be better utilized on more relevant discourse?
Senior Wiley's right, as always. Obviously, we've all more important things to do than to stand around trifling with truth tables. Perhaps later then. The presiding bishop sent word of your imminent arrival. However, pursuant to our normal standards of compartmentalization, she was scant on the details of your mission. That said, I've been instructed to assist you however I can. So, tell me, what brings you to Golden Reach?
I need to speak with Victor Clemens. Supposedly, he's a member of your order.
Victor? Oh, yes, Archivist Clemens. Quite the mind. Such encyclopedic knowledge of engineering. One could almost mistake him for an exemplar. Is he in some kind of trouble?
I'm not sure, but it seems likely he's involved in a plot to destroy Arcadia.
Victor Clemens, some kind of radical. What an absurd notion.
And why do you say
I
that?
agree with my seer. I once watched Victor shed copious tears over a damaged datapad. It's difficult to imagine him capable of worse.
Friend of the traitor I'm after said she and Victor had secret contacts within the Order.
And that may well be true. But our standard of proof within the Order is not normally met by hearsay alone. Victor's currently supervising highly experimental research at one of our labs to the northwest, the N-Ray Range, beyond the invaders' front lines.
The N-Ray Range.
Unfortunately, you'll need to go through the decommissioned autonomous extractorium to reach it. That path is less than safe, so I advise caution.
Automatons, you say? What exactly is Victor working on at this N-Ray Range that's so important?
What business is it of yours?
Let's not
A
be
doctor's
unfriendly. The
business.
agent's only curious. Obviously, Victor's work has something to do with N-rays, but beyond that, I haven't a clue. More of that.
Is the
pesky
N for
compartmentalization, I'm
nuclear?
afraid. Besides the highly caustic Serenium River and the Mantisaurs, we've also received reports of mad cultists in the area. It does
Gasp.
make me wonder why Victor decided to stay.
Sounds more and more like Victor's working with the traitor.
Victor is dedicated. Single-minded, one could say.
To being a traitor.
I've always thought highly of his analytical skills as a researcher. Less so his social ones, perhaps. Loath as I am to admit it, there may be some merit to your worries over a conspiracy within the Order. Whether Victor is involved or not.
You want to know why?
As my predecessor would remind me, denying unpleasant facts is not good science. I would be remiss if I failed to support an investigation.
Yes, time to start busting some kneecaps. No, glad we're on the same page. Now, how can I return the favor and help you?
No doubt you heard of the
Because
recent attack
that's
launched
what
on
doctors
that
do.
Anti's Choice
We
base,
help people.
Outpost Opportunity. It came from one of our facilities, the Zeranium Manufactory. But that facility is intended for research, not military action. I hate thinking an Order member responsible, but given the precision of the attack, it does suggest traitors in our midst. It would undoubtedly benefit both of us to root them out.
Respectfully, Scholar, given current tensions, should we really be trusting such a delicate task to this stranger?
Yes.
Would an internal review of our ranks not be more appropriate?
I'm an agent with the Earth Directorate. What more do you need to know?
Earth Directorate Agent is just a title. I'd seek to know who you are beyond that bit of headline.
I'm a doctor. I'm no one. I just have an annoying habit of being in the right place at the right time.
I don't dispute the need for discretion, my friend, but the presiding bishop made the determination to send the agent to us. It's best we trust her calculations. Moreover, our situation is growing increasingly dire. I can't overstate my fears concerning this most recent attack ending the ceasefire and reigniting the war in Golden Ridge. One more thing. Your investigation into the traitors takes precedence, but if you could also render aid at Outpost Opportunity on our behalf, such a gesture might preserve the peace.
Well, thanks for the leads. I'll look into all of this.
I knew I could rely upon you. Ruth wouldn't have sent you otherwise. Here, take this writ of investigative inquiry. It'll grant you access to the manufactory. Seer Wiley and I will conduct our own inquest into these traitors you've mentioned erstwhile. We can compare notes once you've returned with your findings.
All right. Well, no use standing around then. Lots to do and not a lot of time to do it.
We need to help the folk at Opportunity, Commander. Void the Abbot. He's more concerned with exonerating his own than with making things right.
The grand plan was the
Seems like you have thoughts and
Hope you
feelings.
appreciated how I bit my tongue back there with the Abbot. Didn't want things to come to blows with civilians in the crossfire. Full of excuses for the attack, wasn't he? Could be that he's sincere. Or could be that he has his hands so full with keeping his
You having a
community
fun
from
time
falling
talking with the
apart
sun in your
that he
eyes?
missed a memo or two. Either way, I'm willing to stay my hand until we know the truth. If it were my folk buried under the rubble, if Ortiz was among them, I'd want to know for certain before acting. Besides, ain't nobody around here better suited for investigating than we are.
Truth be told, you're taking this better than expected.
I prefer doing my shooting after asking all the pertinent questions, Commander. While we're at it playing detective, we need to scope out opportunity. If there are any survivors, we ought to help, however we're able. I can only hope they had warning enough to run for cover. If they didn't, well, there's only so much basic training can prepare you for.
It's true. We'll head straight there.
Thank you, Commander. We should move on, unless you've got something for me?
Nah, that's fine. Go back to Auntie's Choice? This partnership is fitted. No, we'll talk later. Imagine if you clicked that on accident. Okay, well, this place isn't too big.
Where do we go now?
We're not going anywhere.
Except for the fact that you ain't yelling and trying to eat me.
Who are
I
you?
pegged you as some sort of prosperous scrapper by the rough look you got about you. You do got a certain feral look in your eye, though. Okay. I give up. Tell me.
Earth Directorate Grave, and you are?
May Huffstutler, formerly Auntie's Choice,
Huffstutler?
Department of Invasive Marketing. Now, the voice of the displaced. That's what those in the Order call me, leastways. An unofficial sobriquet, likely meant as a petulant slight. On account I object. Louder. More often than the rest. Those of us ended up here have very little except needs. I turn those into demands for reasons of clarity and import.
Where did all these people come from?
Some are former Auntie's Choice like me. Some were abandoned by the Protectorate. All of us have been displaced by conflict somehow, directly or otherwise. Happy as I am to make your acquaintance, I'm busy staking our claim over the exclusion zone, so if you'll excuse me.
What was that you mentioned about the exclusion zone?
The Order has decided to keep us out thanks to some nebulous prediction of disaster. Screw their predictions. We have people displaced by war and disaster, in sore need of space. There's plenty of room to house them.
The Order's prediction must have been especially foreboding.
Chance of life-threatening peril from a yet-to-be-determined catastrophe were the administrant's words. Not what I would call specific. I honestly don't give the slightest whit about the Order's idea of math or whatever calculation tells them that a catastrophe may or may not occur. I couldn't get anywhere with Administrant Agarwal, but you, maybe you'll have better luck.
Well, I'll give it a try. I'm a doctor after
Stranger.
all.
Maybe fate's on our side for a change. You can find Agarwal in the lift building, probably formulating another equation to get on my nerves.
Absolutely. Speak with Administrator Agarwal. Well, I just want to check over here real quick. Nope, don't need to steal. This guy's a cutthroat. Sub-finagler tilde raid mocker. Can I talk to you?
Greetings.
Oh, I can.
What can I help you
Wow.
with? Let me guess. One of your co-occupants is always hanging up his or her britches in your corner of the yurt. Am I right?
No.
Or you're dealing with more of a stay off my palate or that's my air you're breathing sort of thing.
No.
Pray elucidate the exact nature of your tiff of contention.
I tell you my big complaint about my neighbor, but they're standing pretty close. What the void are you talking about? Tell me the nature of your
We
services.
offer a wide array of proxy altercations, from restrained bludgeoning to flat-out scraps. Here in Matriarch's Mercy, if you're not a member of the Order, you're probably living close to somebody else. In some cases, sleeping on top of them. Sort of thing tends to cause friction between neighbors. Would lead to fights, but nobody here wants trouble with the Order. So they hire our hooligans to battle by proxy.
Wow. So they fight using stand-ins? What does that solve?
Half the time, people shy away at the first sight of blood. The other, that's what they're there for. We say whoever wins the fight wins the argument. But frankly, it's never anything of consequence, like, okay, hurrah! This guy gets back his mangy button. Now, how can I help you exactly?
Yeah, I'm just window shopping proxy altercations today, sorry.
Ugh, a Taurus. tourist. Well, clear out then, huh? Can't have you scaring off real customers. I got a bunch of yeggs, 2 pugilists, and a cicanid to feed.
All right, let us make our way across the vast wilds of this place. Got a long way to go. Wow, would you just look at it? Wow, look at that. It's not making any progress. It's stuck. Can we go all the way down there? This just looks like death. That is death. We can't go down there. Can maybe get down there somehow. Probably not, I'd imagine. Probably just death. All right, well, that is gonna do it for this episode. Thank you so much for watching. Your viewership is always appreciated here. I hope that you have a good day. I hope you have a good tomorrow. And I hope that you have a good day after that, a good day after that, and a good day after that. And I hope that when you wake up, you are not amongst a crazy math-obsessed individuals who seemingly only trust the predicted future of hard formulas and calculated outcomes and whatnot, because honestly, that sounds like a nightmare. And I would not want to be stuck amongst people like that. So if you don't find yourself in that situation tomorrow, then how bad can tomorrow be? And with that, we'll see you on the next one. Bye.